Welcome back, everybody. Joe Biden is in Chicago today on an infrastructure push. This comes after a deadly weekend in that city. Jen Psaki blamed the violence on a normal summer uptick in crime. But this 4th of July weekend was far worse than last year's. Joining me now, Newsmax correspondent Emerald Robinson. She's live from the White House. Good evening, Emerald.
Hi, good evening, Chris. Yes, the violent weekend hanging like a shadow over Joe Biden's trip today to Chicago, especially after 3 members of law enforcement were killed there today as well. However, the president only giving a nod to it while going to his favorite scapegoat, guns. After a short meeting with the Chicago mayor on the tarmac upon landing, the White House put out a statement about that meeting saying that the president reiterated his support and his commitment to fighting gun violence with Chicago officials. He also said that they'd be getting a call soon from the Department of Justice in regards to a new strike force that they just announced a few weeks ago. Now, the White House attempted to refocus the violence back to infrastructure and spending, with Jen Psaki telling reporters on the plane while en route to Chicago that Chicago is going to see more money soon.
Cook County is getting over $1 billion, and the state government of Illinois is receiving an additional $8.13 billion. As a part of our gun crime reduction strategy, Chicago is also taking part in a community violence intervention collaborative with 15 jurisdictions nationwide to help them invest in proven evidence-based, community-based strategies.
Now, the Biden administration continuously tries to divert attention from the violent uptick in Democrat-run cities. But if you look at the trends in Chicago, Chris, at an annualized rate, if we look at the past data where we are now, Chicago's on track to reach over 700 murders this year alone. That is up where we are year to date. That's up 41% over 2019 numbers and 33% over 2018. So it's a significant spike that you can't just contribute to the summer heat, Chris.
Good grief. Emerald Robinson live from the White House. Lady, thank you very much. Appreciate the report. So what's causing the crime wave? Is it the summer heat, the China virus, or guns? Or is it socialist Democrat policies that clamp down on the law-abiding and go soft on criminals? Joining me now, former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. Governor, it's always wonderful to see you. Here's a look at some of the Chicago crime numbers from the past year. The city is seeing a major spike in gun violence and assaults. That mirrors other left-wing cities. We had Mayor Lightfoot blaming racism a couple of weeks ago after she showed the world that she was indeed a racist against white people. Then yesterday, Cuomo declared guns a disaster emergency. As a traditional Democrat, you know these socialist Democrats better than I do. When you hear their explanations for why there's a crime wave, do you buy it?
No, I don't. It's the typical scapegoating by the Democratic politicians who are failing to keep people safe. And in this particular case, and I'm sure this is true in New York City as it is in Chicago, our city is on fire, but only half of the city is on fire. It's the part where the black people live. And Democratic leaders like to talk about how they care about black lives. Yet these very same Democratic leaders are the ones who refuse to do the hard and necessary things to keep those black lives safe.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.